Hey everybody, Big Phil SIMY. Today we're going to do an unboxing of not one but two ASUS 7850 PCI Express 3.0 video cards. 2 gig, 256-bit. We're going to install them in my Roswell Blackhawk Ultra case. Stick around. Alright, welcome back. I got my Roswell Blackhawk Ultra case here. Purchased it from newegg.com. Newegg.com. And today we're going to unbox them and we're going to install two video cards like I stated in the opening. So let's open this up. Now, Newegg is the only place that I buy my PC parts from. And they have a newsletter that you sign up for. And every day, except Monday for some reason, they will email you coupon codes and specials. You have to check it out. Newegg.com. I got a good price on these video cards, and I ordered them on Friday and I got them on Monday. So the shipping is impeccable and the prices. Okay, here's one. ASUS 2 GB, 256-bit PCI Express 3.0 Radeon HD7850. This card is huge, huge. But you know what? The Blackhawk Ultra, it's gonna look tiny. I'm warning you. So when I'm doing it, you're like, oh my god, that card is small? No, the card is not small. It's just a big case. It's an Ultra Tower. One, two. Because guess what? I'm Big Phil. I do everything big. So I don't need, why one card when you could have two cards? Even three, but my motherboard only supports two. So right now, I'm only going to do two. Newegg.com. Check them out. Okay. One, two. As you can see, just by the size of the case, you can see the box next to the case. This is a big box. This box is over a foot long. And look at it next to the case. Let's get into it. Alright. This box is beautiful. I'm not even going to throw these boxes away. I'm going to actually save these boxes. This card has two DVI ports and it comes with a VGA adapter. I'll unbox it, and it comes with an HDMI and a display port, full-size display port. It's a 7850 and it has direct CU2 and it says 20% cooler, and you know what that means. If it stays cooler, the card will last longer. It comes with a 3-year warranty. Hopefully it'll last a lot longer. Let's open this bad boy up. Like I said before, I got these from newegg.com. They got shipped here. I ordered them on a Friday, and I got them on Monday. And the price was right. Let's put that up here. ASUS always packages their products very nicely. I think they pack their products better than Apple does. Sorry, Apple fanboys. Here we go. Okay. Even documentation holder's nice. See this? Look how nice that looks. Okay, let's open this up. What do we have? What do we have? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Here we go. DVI, VGA to DVI adapter for you people that don't have the nicest monitors out there. DVI to VGA. We have a CrossFire bridge, which I plan on using because I have two cards. We have driver and GPU tweak. Let me explain something to you. You know, I'm not a computer professional, but I am A+ certified. And I can tell you, when you buy a video card or any hardware, it's not always the best to use the CD, go online and download the drivers. And speed setup. But can I ask you, do I need instructions? I'm Big Phil. I don't need instructions. Okay, let's close this up. Next, packing. Very good packing. Did I mention there's a lot of packing? What do we got here? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This card is beautiful. I don't know if you could tell, but this card is huge. This is my forearm. It's almost the length of my forearm. And I'm 6'9", okay? You see this? And it's packed. Always touch metal before you touch a PC component, because I don't have the bracelet for my wrist, so always touch metal. I'm touching metal here. On the case, I'm touching it. Look, let me show you. Touch the case so you get any static electricity off your hands, especially if you're wearing socks like I am. Let's open this up. Oh, it's not that heavy, but this card is sexy. There's the bottom. The front. It's got nice protection of all the inputs that go on the board and the case and the video. Look at the fans. Two, I don't know, what are those? 90mm fans? And the heatsink comes over the card. See the heatsink? It's one long heatsink, and it's direct CU, they call it. It's directly put on. There's no pads that touch the heatsink and the chip, so it's direct. So it's like got thermal grease, so you get better cooling. And these cards are supposed to be quiet. ASUS. It looks beautiful. Another thing I like this card for is because my case, my Black Hook Ultra case by Roswell, is red fans with black outside and inside, fully black. So it's going to look good in there with the red and the black. Let's see. This card takes one 6-pin PCI Express connector. I thought it took two. When I wired my case, I bought adapters so I could adapt Molex to PCI Express, but this card only has one, so that's good. Because my power supply has two PCI Express 6 pins. Should I unbox the other one? What the heck. I got two. I'll unbox two, huh? If you want, you can fast forward the video, because hopefully everything in the second box is the same. Oh, if you're just joining me, this is my second ASUS 7850 2GB 256-bit PCI Express 3.0 video card unboxing. This is the second one, so if you're just joining me, I'll have number 2 so you don't miss anything. Let's get this going here. Like I said, this thing is packed very well. Again, I got these from newegg.com. I ordered them on Friday, and I got them on a Monday afternoon. I think his ASUS packs their stuff nicer than Apple does. For you that already saw me unbox the first one, let's just go over it again. DVI to VGA adapter. Hit me up if you need one, because I have a plethora of them now. I have the CrossFire bridge cable, which I'm going to be using because this is the second card. And I have GPU, tweak, and driver. Again, if you're just joining me, go online and download the newest drivers. And I have a speed setup. But I don't need these because I'm Big Phil. packing and the card. The reason I'm doing this a little faster is because you already saw me unbox the other card. If you're just joining me, you didn't. But heatsink, like I said, it's bigger than the card. Sticks out at least 5 inches bigger than the card. 2 DVIs, HDMI, and DisplayPort, normal size. Full size DisplayPort. It's got nice covering on every connection that goes into the motherboard or the monitor. It's direct CU. It has no padding. The heatsink directly touches the chipset, so you get better cooling. And like I said before, better cooling means the card will last longer. Okay. Let's throw this back in here. Like I said, these boxes, I'm keeping these boxes. These boxes are awesome. You see like a tiger or something scratched it. Let me back this camera up a little bit because this case is so big. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna remove the thumb screws off the back. This case has wheels and I have it up on my table. So I locked the wheels. I don't want the case rolling off the table. 2 thumb screws. We're gonna pull this off. I could put 120mm fans all around this if I wanted to, but I don't need to. Because there's one big fan right here that's gonna be blowing on the video cards. See this? Put this to the side. Okay, right now I have a Sapphire Flex 6770 in here, single card. It was good for the time, but I want to go big. Like Big Phil says, go big or go home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the PCI Express connector out. Let me get some light. Okay, I got some light on this case now so you can see it better. You could see the massive size of this case. I have 2 screws here connecting the video card to the slots in the back of the case. And this case is nice. It comes with thumb screws, so if you don't over tighten them, unlike me, I over tighten all my screws like an idiot. You could take them out by hand. But 2 screws. This card is a dual slot card, the 6770. You're gonna lift up on the PCI Express release, and you're gonna pull it straight out. And there it is. Sapphire Flex 6770. If you're local and you're interested in purchasing that, I'll sell it to you for $50 to $75. Okay, I have a M4A7850 Evo board, ASUS, also purchased from Newegg.com. I have an AMD Phenon processor, X2, X4. And how do you like the cable management? I just put this case together. Look at that cable management. Look at that cable management. There's nothing blocking these fans. And if you notice right here, let me zoom in on this. There's 2 140 case fans right here. There's 2 here that light up, and there's 2 here. So these blow on the hard drive, and these blow on the cards. The cards have the cooler right in the back here, so these fans are going to be blowing right on them. I'm going to be able to overclock this card, and I'm going to have a big fan here on the case cover. So let's zoom this out. I'm going to take my card. I'm going to get one of my cards. Now, I never installed a CrossFireX card setup before, so this is my first time, so take it easy on me, okay? And I hope this fits in my motherboard, because this motherboard is kind of old. Here's one card. I'm gonna pull some more of these slots out for the back cover case cover, because these are dual slot cards and I only have 2 open right now. So I'm gonna take 2 more out. 1, 2. Save these, don't throw these away, because you don't know if you're gonna get a different card or change your configuration and you don't have them, then you're gonna have air coming in from the back. More dust. You don't want more dust in your case. Okay, these are gonna go upside down. Oh boy. They're hitting all my SATA cables. Look at this. Look at this. I had a feeling this was gonna happen. Watch. See the SATA cables for the hard drive? Watch. Boom. It's hitting them. Right there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pull them all out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. There goes so much for the cable management. I'm going to run a RAID 0 with 230 gig SSD drives. And I'm going to run a 750 gig for storage. That's why I have so many SATA cables. Let's try this again. Okay, here we go. 1. Perfect. It really gets in the way of the North Bridge here. There's 1. Oh boy, that's going to be rough. I'm going to have to tuck them in and slide them underneath here and plug them back in. There's 1. Let's screw it back in. Screwdriver, thumb screw. What I like to do is, I like to lift up on the card a little bit so it looks like it's sitting level. So you get a nice seat in the PCI Express slot. Because what happens is if you don't seat it right, the computer won't boot and you'll think it's the memory, but it won't be. It's the card. It's not booting because the card is loose or it's not in all the way. So here's the second screw. No magnetic screwdriver. It's not good to use a magnetic screwdriver when you're putting a computer together, because magnets around hard drives are no good. If you didn't know that. Again, you know what? I'm going to catch it by hand first, so I don't have to worry about this. It keeps falling. I only have a 700 watt power supply. I hope this power supply can handle these 2 cards and my quad core processor. And I want to overclock the processor because it's not like the newest technology, so I want to overclock it so I don't bottleneck these video cards. Okay. 1 card is in. Let's get the second card. Please forgive me if I seem like I'm rambling. I'm kind of excited. Like I said, here's the second card. You see how big this card is, right? Like I said, my forearm, it's about the length of my forearm. And you see how it looks in this case. There's about 6 to 8 inches left of room from the hard drive bays to the card. So this is a big case. You want to get big cards? This is the case you need. The Roswell Black Hook Ultra. Again, thanks Newegg. Let's see what we got going here now. We gotta move these cables again out of my way. Now, let's try this. Okay. I have the wrong slot open. I gotta open another slot. Like I said, these are 2 slot cards. Let's try it again. Don't forget to pull the case off the PCI Express connector. Perfect. fits. Yes. Uh-oh, something doesn't sound too hot. There we go. Beautiful. 2 cards. In. 2 of them, both. Beautiful. Let me put the screws in here. One, 2. Now tighten them and lift it a little, like I did. Lift it just a little. Don't force it, just lift it up a little so the card sits even straight, because it sags if you just slide it in and screw it in. You should lift it up just a little bit just so it's not sagging. You want the computer to boot. Okay, 2 cards are in. Now there's a space, like I said, I'm going to save these. There's a space in between the 2 cards that I have to cover up. Let me get that in. If I had the money and I had the correct motherboard, I would have just bought 3 of these cards, because these cards look amazing and they look small in this case. Let me back this up a little bit. Remember, these cards are the length of my forearm. And I'm 6'9". And look how they look in this case. These are the fans. Let me zoom in a little. This is the hard drive bays. There's 2 140mm fans. This is the card and this is my finger. There's about that much room between the card and the hard drive cases. Where are you gonna get a case that fits this big of a card without an issue? Okay. Last but not least, let me slide this off. The wheel's locked, but I have plastic on the table, so it slides easy. We're gonna plug in the PCI Express 6-pin connectors. There's one here, and there's one here. Sorry about the lighting. Okay. Cable management is the key to have a beautiful case like mine. Beautiful cable management. You gotta let those fans flow. You gotta let the air flow. You wanna keep your products cool, you gotta have the air flow. So we're gonna put one here. I thought there was 2 for some reason on each card, but there's not. We're gonna put one here. I don't want it to hit the fan though. See, the fan is right there. One here. You gotta hear a clip. You gotta hear that. I'll do it again so you can hear it. These cables are gonna be in the way. I gotta move these SATA cables. I don't know if you can see them. Let me unplug this. When you pull easy, don't pull hard. You might break something. The SATA cables are in the way. Hey, let me know if you're watching this and you have these cards. Let me know if they got in the way of your SATA cables. Let me know. Comment below. One, listen for the click. You ready? Heard the click? Make sure it clicks. If it sticks out, you might cause a short. So always make sure it clips. One more. PCI Express 6-pin. There's one on each card, and I thought there was 2 for some reason on each card. So don't need the connectors. 2. Okay, that's it. They're both in. 1, 2. If this video gets a lot of views, maybe I'll do a benchmark for you. I'll run a 3D benchmark or something like that to let you know what my throughput is on these cards. If you like this video, please subscribe. Any questions, comments? Go go down below. Oh, yes, I'm gonna hook up the CrossFire cable later. Have a good night.